Hello, everybody, and welcome to the One Man Renegade Podcast YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Honorable Greg B, and today it is Monday, so we're doing more of my Monday. And my Monday is when I show off my collections. And last week we started off with showing off some of my Nintendo Switch games. If you missed last week's video, head on up there, hit that button, and go check that one out. Then come back and watch this video. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Also, hit that share button and share this video with everyone you know and everyone that will ever exist or whatever. Maybe just people you know. That's fine. That probably makes more sense. But also, if you like, hit that thumbs up button. And if for some reason you don't like this, you can hit the thumbs down. But head on down in the comments down below and let me know what you did, what you didn't like about the video. Maybe some comments about some of these games I'm going to show off. Maybe some comments about your Switch collection. I don't know. Just get the conversation started down there. And as you're headed down the comments, there's also a bunch of links in the description below for my blog, my podcast, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. So check those things out as well. There's also a link if you want to get one of these pads for yourself. So that's cool. All right. So yes, last time out we showed the numbers, A's and B's. Today we're gonna go to the C's and D's of my collection. So we're starting off with Candle, Power of the Flame. I honestly don't know too much about this game. As you can see, I haven't played it. I got it on Amazon. It was like $10 or something like that. So I was like, yeah, that looks somewhat interesting. Maybe I'll check it out someday. So yeah, just grabbed it. I'm sure there's digital. There's definitely digital versions of pretty much all these games. I don't particularly love digital unless I have to. I like to get the physical versions. It's just me. It's just the way I grew up. Collecting all the sorts of stuff I collect, and I still do. And it's just is mindset. I mean, I know in some cases you don't have a choice. All they have is digital, but it is what it is. Next up, we got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This is obviously a port of the Wii U version that they ported over to the Switch. They also added some bonuses like Super Mario Odyssey courses. This, for whatever reason, is the European version. I don't know. I think I just got it on Amazon, so I don't know why it would be the European version. I didn't get it from Amazon Europe, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get stuff on Amazon or eBay or something like that, and it looks like it's the regular version, and then you end up getting in the European version. Now, it doesn't really matter. It's still in English. It probably just has a few more languages to select from, but it's region-free Switch, so there's nothing. Doesn't really matter too much, but it's always weird to get you expect in the American version, and you end up getting the European version. Whatever, not a big deal. Next up, we got another limited run game. Now, I do enjoy limited run. I like some of the products they offer. Certainly some of the games that wouldn't otherwise get digital or physical releases that have digital releases. Now, this is a case where I'd gotten this game digitally, and then basically right after I did that limited run, said, yeah, we're going to release it. And it took like, I forget, it took like 7 or 8 months for this thing to finally come. I know there was some issues with the producing the cartridges or something like that. And then once they were finally about ready to do it, they released like updates for the game, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna hold off and wait till the updates are done, and then we'll put the whole game on the disc, otherwise, or the cartridge. Otherwise, you'd have to download a patch and update and all that stuff. So they're like, no, we want the whole game on there. So I mean, I guess I can understand that it just took a really long time to actually come out. Yeah, I think I ordered it like in January of last year, and I didn't get it till September, October. I don't even remember. But it's a limited run game, so it's got a little bit of value. This isn't one of the better ones though. For some reason, I think a lot of people got this game because the thing limited run does, and I guess I didn't mention this in the last video with the Bubble Bobble one, is with the Switch games, like limited run with the other systems like the Vita and the PS4, is they'll have a limited run. They'll pick an actual number of games they'll produce for that. But with Nintendo, they have to, the way Nintendo makes the Switch cartridges and stuff, they have to do it a different way. So like basically they just have pre-orders, and then once they reach a certain point, or they'll have a timed pre-order, and once their timed pre-order is done, they order, however many they pre-ordered and round off to 100 or something like that. So you never quite know how many there's going to be of these, which is a little weird. I don't love that. I did like with the bubble. I don't know how they did that specifically. They're like, we're just making this amount of them. But limited run, for whatever reason, doesn't do it that way for the Switch cartridges. So this one probably got a lot more than the other ones. So right now, I mean, it's still $50, and I think I only paid 35 for it, or maybe 40. So I mean, it's got a little bit more value than I paid for it. But yeah, all right, that's enough about that. Let's move on. Got plenty more games to go through. Close to the Sun. Honestly, don't really know too much about this. This was a game I just came across on Amazon, which was on sale for really cheap. So I was like, I'll pick it up. Looked it up, kind of see like the, just kind of the vague description and, reviews of it. Sounded decent. Got some decent reviews. So I was like, all right, I'll grab it. But I haven't played it yet. Next up, Code of Princess EX. Nicalis. So this is a Metroidvania game, so it sounded kind of cool. Like, I don't really know too much about the game itself. It's a multiplayer beat 'em up RPG action. Cool. But I definitely got some really good reviews. Looked kind of cool. I got it on Amazon. It wasn't too expensive, so I was like, all right, I'll play this eventually. I'll pick it up and play it. Picked it up, haven't played it. Yep. Next up, Contra Rogue Corp. So obviously, I'm a huge fan of Contra from back in the day, and when I heard they were doing a new Contra, I was like, I gotta get this. And then I played it a little bit. Not this version, obviously. I played, I think on the PS5, PS4, not the PS5, the PS4. Played on the PS4 for a little bit, and yeah, not great. But I had already pre-ordered this, so I was like, all right, fine. I'll get it. It'll be cool to have, but yeah, it's not great. It's not, when you think of Contra, it doesn't really, I don't know, it just doesn't bring back the nostalgia of the old Contra games as much as I would hoped it would. It's okay, but nothing really to write home about if you're a huge Contra fan. Next up, we got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. 2 bonus levels included. I don't think I've actually played the bonus levels yet, but yeah, I mean, obviously, as a PlayStation 1 owner, back in the day, I loved these games. Loved the really boring inside here. Insert. Yeah, I mean, I obviously loved these games back in the day. I didn't remember how hard they were until this came out. And I know there's some issues with the mechanics, the way they produced they remade these games. They did them differently than they originally were. So there's not quite, the mechanics aren't quite the same as the original. A lot of people have complained about that. I don't know that was the reason why I, sucked at these games, but I don't know. I feel like I was better at them on the PlayStation, but I don't know. Maybe I just have to revisit. But in any event, Crash Bandicoot, these are really fun games. Have all 3 of them on a single cart. Really cool. Yeah. All right, moving on. Dead Cells. It's a cool game. It was one of those games where it was like, I can't remember if it came out originally first. I don't. It may have just came out on all the consoles at the same time. I don't remember. I feel like they were out. This was out on the PlayStation and Xbox before it came out on the Switch. But either way, cool game. Kind of like a Castlevania Metro. What are they called? Metroidvania game. That's what I'm looking for. So that's sort of Metroidvania kind of throwback game. Yeah, it's fun. All right, next up we got the Disney classics Aladdin and Lion King. Yeah, the movies got kind of the revamped versions last year, so then they kind of released this and coincide. I mean, I remember playing these back in the day on the Genesis, so I feel like the Lion King, and I know the Aladdin one here, the Genesis version. I feel like the Lion King might be the Super Nintendo version. I know the Genesis version of Lion King was super hard, but I'm not sure. They might have. I forget what versions are on this. I haven't opened it up yet. It was definitely one of those games where it's like, I'll grab this. I think I got it pretty cheap on Amazon. I'll play these eventually, but yeah, I mean, definitely just bringing back the nostalgia of the old Genesis, Super Nintendo games. All right, next up, a double switch limited run game. This was this was originally a Sega CD game, I believe. It might have been on the 3DO or something like that as well. It might have been on PC at one point too. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of memories from this game. It was on limited run. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll grab this because I know the Night Shift, because it was kind of in the same line of Night Shift version, did really well, which well, we'll talk about at some point, I think. But yeah, I was like, all right, I'll get this. I mean, I don't think this has the same lasting value that the Night Shift one does. But on the other hand, it's got Corey Haim, so R.I.P. Corey Haim. Yeah, it's kind of, from what I'm reading, it was kind of a really dumb game, but and why they decided to re-release it, I think it's just because of the Night Shift, kind of nostalgia thing. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of resale. It's $37. I mean, I think it cost 35 when I bought it, so it doesn't have a ton of resale value. I don't feel myself ever playing it though, so I don't know. But maybe at some point. But yeah, so far, nope, haven't done that. Next up, we have Flashback. I just recently picked this up. This is like a old. I forget what system this was on originally. I feel like it was on like the original version. Might have been like on Atari. Or maybe it was Nintendo. I can't remember. I feel like they've done a billion different versions of this, but yeah, there's a Switch version now. Picked it up pretty cheap on Amazon, if I remember correctly. I just haven't played it yet, but there we go. And then finally for today, we have Duck Game, another limited run game. I had no idea what this was supposed to be. And I really don't know, but it looked funny. It looked interesting. It looked like something I might play at some point. Again, this was one of those ones that didn't really have a ton of resale value. It's only like $30 or something. Or I think I got it for 30. It's only like $40. I mean, so at some point I might crack it open and play it. I don't know, but yeah, I think I really think sometimes I go into limited run games looking for something else, and then something else catches my eye. So I think this is one of those cases where I was getting something else, and this one was like, ooh, what is this? Okay, I'll check it out. So there you go. That's my. Oh, I guess an F worked in there. I don't know. I think that accidentally. I don't know how the flashback game went. This was only supposed to be C and D. Flashback snuck in there by mistake. All right, whatever. I don't know. It was just in a pile. I thought they were in alphabetical order. Apparently they weren't. I should do better about that. But thank you everyone for watching. I'll come back next week and watch, and I'll have some more games to show off. But that's for this week. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, share, all that fun stuff I talked about before. Thank you for watching. Go check out some of my other videos while you're at it. And we'll come back next week for more Switch games. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.